A warm afternoon on our hands, especially if you're in eastern and southeastern portions of Kiloland, with highs in the 70s, even near 80 in a couple of areas. But this is where we peak. It's downhill from here. 70 and 60s in central and western South Dakota, respectively. Cloud cover increases overnight. 40s and 50s in many locations for lows, but some 30s start to sneak in out west. Then all eyes go to the midweek outlook. Updates on that and more coming up, but until then, Midday in Kiloland starts right now.
Live from Kiloland Media Group, Midday in Kiloland.
Halloween's just days away. Today we're taking you to one of the most festive houses in Sioux Falls. And both presidential candidates hold campaign events over the weekend to help pull in undecided voters. Good afternoon and thanks for having us in. The Brookings County Pandemic Planning and Coordination Committee is responding to recent whooping cough cases in the community. South Dakota State University sent out a message to students a little over a week ago, letting them know about confirmed cases of the illness on campus. Tonight, anyone over the age of 10 can get a free vaccine. The clinic will go from 4 until 8 at Brookings High School. People can also get a free flu shot. You can find additional details for this event on Kiloland.com. Authorities have identified the Hartford man who died in a head-on crash involving a pickup and a motorcycle. Authorities say 56-year-old Kellen DeVries was headed towards Sioux Falls on Thursday. He was riding his motorcycle on Highway 42 when the driver of a pickup tried to pass another vehicle and hit DeVries head-on. Authorities are investigating. At this point, there are no charges filed in the case. And a 46-year-old Belle Fourche man died in a motorcycle crash yesterday afternoon in western Sioux Falls. Investigators say he was headed towards Spearfish on Highway 14A when he left the road and went over the embankment into the creek. He was thrown from his bike and died of his injuries. Pivoting to weather, pretty pleasant out there, although for some parts of our viewing area, it's wintry weather we're looking at this afternoon.
Yeah, about that. It was only a matter of time before the other shoe fell on this one, and we're going to be keeping an eye on that as we go through the next 24 to 48 hours. Again, it's not for everybody. It's for the Black Hills. Spoilers on that one, but we'll go into more detail on exactly what's going to be going on there a little bit later on. For now, though, it's cloud cover over Sioux Falls as we look at the 10th Street overpass, but it's still not a bad afternoon out there. Breezy, south wind at 18 miles per hour, but we're already knocking on the door of 70 degrees, sitting at 68. Keep in mind, our average high for this time of year is 55. We'll get closer to and even below that, but not immediately. Meanwhile, from downtown to Deadwood, some nice color in the trees out there in the background, but it might not be the only color we watch as we go into the middle of the week, as again, we do have that potential for snow in the Black Hills as we head toward the midweek outlook. You wouldn't know it, though, with how nice of a day it is. 54 in Spearfish as well as Buffalo, 62 Rapid City and Pierre, 57 in Aberdeen, 56 for Mulbridge, 67, though, Winter and Valentine, and we're already at that 70-degree mark for Marshall and Yankton, even Huron leading the way at 71. The wind is starting to pick up out of the south if you are near and east of the James River Valley, but it is a different story to the west where we have a northwesterly wind. This is due to a dry frontal boundary that's going to make its way through the area for the rest of the day. There's the winter storm watch Tuesday into early Wednesday morning for the Black Hills, basically from Lee down to Custer and all points in between in the hills. We'll go into more details on that a little bit later on, but for the rest of your afternoon today, enjoy it if you can. 70s to near 80 in southeastern Kiloland, but it is going to be windy as we head through the afternoon. Same rules apply up to the northeast, at least from the warmth perspective. We're in the 70s up that way. The breeze does calm down a little bit sooner up that way, and even toward Pierre for that matter. This is where we start to get a little bit of variety. 70s from Valentine to Chamberlain, 60s Martin, Phillip over to Faith, and then even some 50s popping up over towards Spearfish for high temperatures today. We'll have more on the rest of your 7-day forecast, including your trick-or-treating outlook, coming up in a bit.
Speaking of, as Halloween approaches, many families and kids are getting ready for the spooky holiday. One house in the Kennon Park neighborhood is getting a lot of attention for their decorations this season. Each year they have a theme, with this year being the bone-chilling waters.
We got the captain of the ship this year, and then we got the witch who is more for like the sea. So we had more water things, and then we got the Kraken, which was hard to get a hold of.
Coming up in tonight's Eye on KELOLAND, we're going to take a closer look at their haunting decor and how it caught the attention of an art professor at Augustana University. The Toy Lending Library helps young children learn through play with more than 1,600 toy boxes across 19 locations. Today, the organization that's all about toys took time out to learn. The executive director of the nonprofit invited Sioux Falls resident Richard Crawford, who's been blind since age 10, to speak about inclusion during Blindness Awareness Month.
I try to give an uplifting message about how you can overcome things in your life and share hopefully a good, fun story with people to help motivate them to look within themselves and try to do better and make our society better.
Crawford is also a volunteer at the Toy Lending Library. We'll tell you about the special addition he makes to every toy box tonight on KELOLAND News. 8 days until the election. The pressure is on as candidates held campaign events over the weekend. Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump are vying for the support of voters who might still be undecided. Washington correspondent Basil John reports.
Both candidates had busy weekends to try and get more last-minute votes in this close race.
We're not going to take it anymore. Kamala, you're fired. Get out, get out.
Former President Donald Trump took the stage at Madison Square Garden in New York to criticize Vice President Kamala Harris, despite the state's track record of voting for a Democrat for president.
This election is a choice between whether we will have 4 more years of gross incompetence and failure, or whether we will begin the 4 greatest years in the history of our country.
His rally in New York was met with criticism for crude remarks from some of the different speakers, including,
"There's literally a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now." Yeah, I think it's called Puerto Rico.
Meanwhile, Harris was focused on energizing voters in Pennsylvania.
We are going to win. That is our highest order.
She also visited a Latino restaurant, a barbershop, and more, as she pushes for a strong Democrat turnout in the battleground state.
We are a new generation of leadership that is optimistic and excited about what our nation can do together.
Harris will travel to Michigan next, while Trump sets its sights on Georgia. Reporting in Washington, I'm Basil John.
Still to come on our show.